Hello students, hope you are enjoying your vacations. Chapter of circular motion was already started. Some points have been discussed. Today I am starting another important point, centripetal force. You already know that when a particle in circular motion experiences an acceleration because of continuous change in velocity, and change in velocity takes place because of direction, and if particle is moving on circular path and having acceleration, obviously the particle is experiencing some force. That force we are going to discuss today. I repeat, a particle is moving on circular path. Its velocity continuous changes. You know that direction of velocity on circular path is along tangent. As position of particle is continuously changing, so direction of tangent, or in the other words, direction of velocity is changing. Velocity is a vector quantity, so because of direction there is change in velocity. And due to change in velocity, the particle experiences an acceleration called centripetal acceleration. According to Newton's second law, force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass of the particle is m, and acceleration is v square by r, that is centripetal acceleration. So particle experiences centripetal force F is equal to mv square by r. You already know that v is equal to r omega. Omega is angular velocity. By putting the values, we get another expression of centripetal force, F is equal to mr omega square. Direction of centripetal force is towards center. And centripetal force is necessary for circular motion. Centripetal force develops according to situation. Some examples are given how centripetal force develops. First example is, if a vehicle is taking turn on a road, then while taking turn, the vehicle is executing circular motion, so centripetal force is required. In this condition, centripetal force comes from frictional force between rod and tire. If there is no sufficient frictional force between rod and tire, there is possibility of skidding of the vehicle outwards. Second example, Suppose a piece of stone is tied with a string. Other end of the string is kept fixed and the stone is revolved. As soon as revolution starts, you find that some tension develops in the string. Direction of tension is towards the center of circular path. So this tension provides centripetal force for the motion. Third example, planets revolve around the sun in circular path, almost circular path. So this motion requires centripetal force, and this centripetal force comes from gravitational pull between the sun and the planet. Similarly, electrons are continuously revolving in atoms around the nucleus. Centripetal force for this revolution comes from force of attraction between nucleus and electron. So by these examples, it is clear that for circular motion, centripetal force is important. It is a must. And centripetal force develops as per the situations. You also know that by Newton's third law, to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. And action and reactions act on different bodies. Therefore, if a particle in circular motion, it experiences centripetal force towards center of the path, it is action. Therefore, body at the center of the circle will experience equal force in opposite direction, that is reaction. So there is reaction of centripetal force in opposite direction as shown in the diagram. I hope you could understand. Best of luck, students. Keep studying, keeping yourself safe. Thank you. God bless you.